Hello everyone, this is Katie, and if you're a high quality woman looking for a high quality man, then you have come to the right place. So I want to welcome you back to this channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing 7 powerful mindsets to find a quality man. So I know dating can be that necessary evil that women just don't really want to do, but we know we have to in order to get into a quality relationship. So in this video, I really want to talk about 7 very useful mindsets to keep you going, keep you motivated, and to help you enjoy dating much more. So mindset number 1, keep your expectations low. Okay, I want you to prepare to be single for the next 2 years. Okay, just prepare and accept that most likely you're going to be single for the next 2 years, and to embrace this. Okay, if you cannot embrace that, if the thought of that makes you cringe, then more likely than not, you're not going to enjoy dating, and you're going to quit. I can almost guarantee you that. If you don't enjoy it, you're going to quit. So you want to keep your expectations low so you can put yourself out there and meet a lot of people and really get to know guys, so you can really find that quality man. Okay, because if you expect him to come along on the first, second, third, or within the 10th date, and you don't find him, you're gonna set yourself up for huge disappointment and huge letdown, which more likely than not, you're going to quit. So mindset number 2, don't date one man at a time. This is the most inefficient way to date that I can think of. Okay, so if you dated one man at a time, which means you would only look until you found someone you liked, or you went on a couple of dates with and you liked and he liked you, and then you had a relationship with him or try to have a relationship with him, and you stop looking, and that relationship doesn't work out, let's say 3 months later that relationship doesn't work out, then you have to start all over again. Okay, so really in a span of 12 months, you can really only go on a maximum of about 4 dates, maybe 4 to 10 dates, depending on how lucky you are finding that person, right? Versus going on 50 dates. Okay, set your mindset up to potentially have 50 dates, and which is about 1 new date a week. Very doable if you're consistently putting yourself out there. And within the 50 dates, very likely you're going to find 2 to 3 that are high quality men that you could potentially settle down with for life out of the 50, versus going on trying to have 4 relationships in the year and getting to the end of the year and realizing none of those worked out because you only settled for 4, right? Instead of going on the 50. So in some ways, it is a numbers game. Okay, in some ways it is. Now the other thing is, if you tend to attach yourself very quickly to one man very early on, this is really promoting a scarcity mindset. When women fall in love, we tend to go all in, okay? And the problem is, we tend to do this even when the man is not ready to commit to us yet. So you basically put yourself in a very vulnerable position of, being committed to a man while he is free as a bird, dating whoever he wants and not committed to you, which to me, you're just creating a lot of drama for yourself. You're going to be anxious. You're going to be stressing yourself out. It's going to be up and down. You're trying to, decode his messages and figure out what's going on. You can cut all of that out. That just does not even need to happen in dating. Instead, you only want to commit when a man says he wants to commit to you. Okay, stay open until a man claims you or commits to you, and then at least you're on the same page, and then you can move forward with confidence and security. More security equals less drama, more fun together, and a real chance of a real relationship blossoming into something real and meaningful, okay, which is what we want. Number 3, adopt dating and looking on online dating apps as a daily routine. It should be something as normal as eating breakfast in the morning and brushing your teeth. Just like every morning, you're not having emotional highs and emotional lows when you brush your teeth and have breakfast every morning. Dating should be the same. So every day it's like just a normal part of life. You have breakfast, you go on, your online dating app, swipe through some photos, message some guys, get on with the rest of your day. It should just be a normal part of the day. So you're dating correctly when you are very calm, okay, and very matter of fact in the way you routinely date. Okay, it should not be highly emotional. It should not be highly charged. If it is, then you're severely decreasing your chances of staying consistent. This dating a lot of it is mindset. It's about what is your staying power. Do you have staying power? So if you burn yourself out, being real up and down emotionally, you're probably not going to have any staying power. You're going to burn out, and then you're probably going to miss that quality guy because you were fed up. So be as calm and matter of fact as possible when it comes to dating. It's just like another thing that you do in the day, just like going to the gym, going to work, just normal. Number 4, reward yourself for taking action instead of judging yourself on your results. So I know a lot of us don't like to date, but I highly want you to, instead of focusing on the end result, which is getting that dream relationship and that dream man, to instead focus on your next date. Focus on the date right in front of you instead of, a couple of months down the road, a year down the road, being married and happy and in that relationship. Because you're not even going to get to that dream if you cannot get through the date. Imagine someone told you, you will definitely find your Mr. Right if you go on 100 dates. But only if you go through 100 dates and only if you showed up authentically and put effort into every single one of those 100 dates. Would you approach dating differently then? Imagine if dating wasn't a means to an end, okay, and you just focused on the here and now, on the date right in front of you, on the next date that you're gonna have with the next man directly in front of you, then you can actually have a good time. Because if you cannot enjoy your dates, you're not gonna get to that end goal. No way will you get there. You will burn out, you will give up. And so many women give up after 5, 6, 7 disappointing dates because they didn't have the right mindset. They were not prepared that it was going to take that long, right? When you set yourself up with that kind of expectation, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be disappointed and then you're going to quit. Dating is about how much staying power you have. And in order to have staying power, we have to ensure the journey there, which is one date at a time, okay? Just like, the Great Wall wasn't built in one night. It was built one brick at a time. In dating, it's one day at a time. And you want to enjoy one date at a time and be present to that date. So instead of saying things or thinking things like, I wonder how this is going to go. I wonder if he's going to be cool. I wonder if he'll still want to see me in 2 months. Think instead, how can I have fun tonight? How can I make this enjoyable for myself? How can I appreciate this moment? Stay in the present, because thinking thoughts about the future or thinking thoughts about the past is not useful when it comes to dating. Okay, just focus on one date at a time. Number 5, Mr. Right won't appear until he appears. So what I mean by that is women tend to very quickly assume they know who Mr. Right is before he has even proven he is Mr. Right. So, you know, it's like you won't really know who's going to be Mr. Right. That guy who seems super charming in the beginning may turn into the biggest loser, biggest player, biggest liar 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months down the road. You don't know. Similarly, that guy who you didn't care that much for, thought you would dismiss, he could turn into Mr. Right 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months down the road. You are not going to know who is going to turn into who in the beginning. That's why you need to put some, give men a chance to get to know them. So you want to at least go on 3 dates with guys to give them a chance to see whether you can really form a proper opinion of them. And a lot of times you may need to date someone for 3 weeks or a couple of months to find out exactly what kind of person they are. So Mr. Right will reveal himself as long as you give him a chance to be revealed. And number 6, approach each new date as an opportunity to practice your feminine energy. So your feminine energy is the most powerful tool inside of you. It is very powerful, but it needs to be cultivated and practiced. And it's one of those tools where you cannot practice this by yourself. You absolutely, the only way you can practice this is in the presence of men. So you have to be going out there on the market, dating men, going on dates with men, mingling with men in order to practice your feminine energy. And number 7, it takes only one. This mindset was really useful when I was dating because it's absolutely true. You know, it only takes one quality man, one right man to end your single dating life forever. Okay, and as lonely as being single can be sometimes, there are also a lot of benefits to being single. So don't rush, because once you get into that relationship, you have to give up some things, okay? Some things will be better and some things will be worse. The point is you don't want to rush to settle down with someone, because once you find that guy, it literally, your life is going to change forever like it did for me. And this is what kept me going. Whenever I had a bad date or I was disappointed, a guy ghosted me, I would just think, well, it only takes one, so I'm gonna keep going, because I know as soon as I find that guy, who later turned out to be my husband, then I was gonna be off the market forever. Okay, I'm gonna be with my husband until we die. We're gonna die on our deathbeds, you know, basically. So I will never, okay, fingers crossed, never say never, I guess, but most likely not gonna be out there dating again. So when I was single, I really understood this. I really wanted to appreciate every single moment I had being single, because there was a certain amount of freedom that came with that I knew I could never have once I got into a committed relationship. So that was really, really useful, to always be appreciative of where you are right now, be in the present. Our present moment, our present reality is the only real moment we have. You know, the past is gone, the future, who knows, right? Big question mark on that. The only thing we really know and have is the present moment. So you always want to stay grounded in the present, enjoy what you have directly in front of you, and take dating one day at a time, like building a bridge, building a house, one brick at a time. And eventually, before you know it, you have found that man, and your life will have completely changed. So that is my 7 powerful mindset to finding a quality man. And also, of course, it highly, highly recommend you to download and check out my Dream Man exercise, which will really help you gain crystal clarity on what you're looking for. So dating shouldn't just be a numbers game where you're going on a lot of dates but you really have no clue what you're looking for. That is also as much a waste of time as just going on, a couple of dates a year. So that's what I would advise. I'll put the link for that freebie in the description. And if you like this video, like me, leave me some comments and some love, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back real soon with another video.